Hello, beautiful people. It is Mama Tierra, the Seeing Healer, and I have some tea today. If you are returning to the channel, welcome back. If it is your first time here, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is where we talk about all things esoteric and ethereal, and I actually was finishing up a sewing project and I was using the scraps to start another one, and Mama gave me an ingredient for some tea that I have been stewing on for quite some time, and this got sparked because I got asked the question about a particular subject, and I wanted to answer it. And I definitely think that this particular topic is important because it's something that is often mistaken and over romanticized, with terms being thrown around very, very lightly. I really feel like that is because of a lack of knowledge of what this really is. So today I want to talk about soulmates and twin flames, okay, what they are, and the difference between the connections. Now, soulmates and twin flames, they are very, very, very powerful, very deep connections that we kind of have as part of our soul's journey, okay? They're very deep. It's, you found that other person, and, you kind of feel like you're not complete without them, and you're not to a certain extent. However, they are two very, very different things. So the best way to explain it is like I said, I still have some fabric left over from my maxi skirt. I absolutely love it. But I was actually looking at it, and this is going to be the best way to really explain it, in order to show how soulmates and how twin flames actually work. Okay, because I like my visuals. I love this fabric, and this is 100% going to be a reading cloth. So I can't wait to get back to the fabric store. But so this is you, okay? A piece of fabric, a separate piece of fabric, okay? And this is appropriate. It's the sun. I'm a Leo. Even though that doesn't always necessarily relate to Leo energy, but that's what Mama's going with. So, this is your soul, okay? A complete soul. You're a complete person. However, what the Creator sees fit to do is this. Separate it, cut it in half, okay? This is you. This is your twin flame, literally the other piece of your soul. They are out there in the ether, whatever. Okay, all of these different cards on here, these different personalities, this is your soul tribe, okay? The people that you have deep connections with throughout your life. This is your soul family, okay? These people can be your actual family, lovers, friends, people that you are really, really close with, okay? So you go, through life, you meet all of these different people, and you have all of these different connections. And then you find your soulmate, okay? Now, these are different souls, and while you do have that person, that completes that picture for you. Okay, this is how your soulmate brings wholeness to you. Okay, they complete your picture here on earth. Okay, both of these are fated relationships. They are destined. And these are actually relationships that, you know, you have already worked out these contracts in the ether prior to you incarnating here on earth. So you have found your soulmate. A soulmate is a separate soul. This is a separate soul, a different soul. Okay. So while this person may still complete your picture, they balance you out. Okay. This is usually an easier connection. Okay. You flow. It's kind of like opposites attract, because this, like I said, this is a different soul. You know, you have this connection, you finish other people's sentences, you anticipate each other's needs to the point where, you know, one doesn't even have to ask the other. It just happens. Or, you know, you'll find yourselves just kind of still being like telepathically linked, very linked. This person completes you. Okay, like Austin Powers, you complete me. Yes, they complete you. While this is a connection that does bring a wholeness to you, it is still not as deep and profound as this connection, literally finding the other half of your soul. Okay, and it actually works out that this is not going back together. My hands are a little shaky. It's fabric. It's not hard. So it's a little less stable. But the thing about the twin flame connection, so while this is still very much an important connection, it is nowhere near as profound as finding literally the other half of your soul. Okay, this connection itself is a cosmic connection. This is a connection that moves the cosmos itself. Okay, because this is literally the other half of your soul. Okay, now the thing about twin flame relationships is, and two, neither of these relationships have to be romantic. I'm just speaking in terms of when they do get romantic. So when twin flames get together, it is an intense experience. You almost feel like you can feel the ether. You can feel every single bit of the cosmos running through you when you are connected with this person. However, the downside of the twin flame relationship is romantically, they do not always work, because since you all are so alike, a lot of the times all you're doing is bumping heads, because you are so alike. You're literally the same person, two halves of the same soul. So you can end up being so much alike to whereas all you're doing is bumping heads. Now, the twin flame connection is a connection that pushes you and drives you to be better for the ascension of your soul, so that you two can come back together and ascend back into, meld back into the all, enlightenment, nirvana, the end of the road. You've learned all your lessons. You don't have to come down here anymore. That's the purpose of the twin flame relationship. The thing about it is you're looking in a mirror. You literally have a mirror of yourself. But the funny thing about mirrors is, and the reflections in them, is you don't always like what you see. Your twin flame is your cosmic challenge that you that you have to master. It's just like, I'm a little bit of a gamer, so I've been playing Mortal Kombat since the first one. And before you get to Shang Tsung, the big boss, the last one, you have to fight yourself. So with the twin flame, it's not so much that you're fighting, it's just that you guys reflect the pieces of yourselves that you may not like so much. And sometimes it may seem like you don't necessarily bring out the best in each other. You challenge each other so much to be better. And a lot of times it's unconscious. It's a subconscious thing. Because one half may be a little bit more mature than the other, or evolved than the other on on an etheric level. So you might get on each other's nerves because they reflect things that you see in yourself that may be like, this person is a little immature. That's something that I outgrew a long time ago. However, this person is still there. So they're there to challenge you. And the thing about twin flame relationships is, since it's such a challenge, they can become toxic, if one soul is not willing to do the work for the ascension of the unit. One person is letting down the unit. This can become a little bit toxic. Now, before the romanticism kicks in, it's like, oh, we're toxic, so we have to be twin flames. That is not the case. Look, twin flame or not, if you are in a toxic relationship, you need to get the hell out of it. Point blank, period. There's no sugar that I can put on that for you. Because even if it is your twin flame, nobody is allowed to bring you down in this incarnation or any incarnation. So when that happens, most of the time it is the half, the twin, that is a little bit further along, and it's like, as much as I love this person, I can't even explain how I love this person. Every cell in my body loves this person so much, but as much as I love this person, I have to remove myself from this situation. And that very often happens because one person, you need to be left alone for a little bit for you to learn this lesson. Maybe we reconnect before the end of this lifetime, maybe not. However, most of the time, this person usually does stay in your life in some capacity. Now, the soulmate also this is a part of your tribe, and a lot of times the soulmate, you do have past life connections with them. Maybe you have unfinished business with them from a previous lifetime and things like that. This, out of the two, this one is I'm not going to say least complicated. This one is the easier connection, as far as romantically, because you can dance through life so seamlessly and so easily, and just, you dance to your own music, and it's, because that is a different soul. So which person should you be with? Either one, really. Like I said, both of them work out. And it's more likely that a soulmate connection works out. Like I said, just because it's, I'm not saying if you don't want to do the work, but it is easier. And to be very truthful and very honest, sometimes twin flame connections can be quite a bit of drama, because like I said, that person is your cosmic lesson, your ultimate cosmic lesson. But the twin flame, like I said, is a more profound connection because you have literally found the other half of your soul. It can work out romantically, if that other person is willing to do the work. Soulmates and twin flames can be a very tricky thing. And it's not always that your twin flame is incarnated in the same lifetime as you, because guess what happens when one of the twins lets down the unit and doesn't learn the lesson, and one or both of you leave this incarnation without that happening. Mama comes in and is like, and no, get back down there and do that work. So when somebody lets down the unit in the twin flame connection, like I said, mama will make you do that work. And usually the one that was the least willing to do the work is the one that actually gets sent back without their twin flame in that same incarnation, because they have work that they have to do over there, but you have to come down here and learn this lesson, because there are sometimes lessons, and not even necessarily a lesson having to do with the twin flame connection itself. It may just be, you need a little bit more work and a little bit of fine tuning. So sometimes your twin flame is not even incarnated into the same lifetime as you, because there are lessons that you need to learn in that lifetime without that the etheric pull of that person. And like I said, I'm convinced that The Rock might be my soulmate. I don't know. Just kidding. But like I said, these are both very, very beautiful connections. However, understand that they're not always necessarily meant to be romantic. And I see this a lot. I think the creator decided to punish me because I have the hardest time telling twins apart, like actual twins, identical twins. I know a lot of twins, okay? Identical twins. I have the hardest time telling them apart, so I'll literally just call both names. So but I know two personally. They are twin flames, so they are like, they can't function without, not saying that they can't function without each other, but it's like it's an energy when you're around them, like it's unexplainable. You know that you are in the presence of twin flames. They are very much alike. They almost like speak telepathically, like they respond to things out loud that the other one has not said, like, oh my God, I was just thinking that, so a lot of times you actually see that connection in actual identical twins. So again, it's not necessarily that these relationships have twin flame or a soulmate. They don't always have to be a romantic connection. It can be a best friend. It can be a family member, just that person that's just there with you through life. You don't know what you would do without them. And like I said, just very beautiful connections, because that might not be your soul's job necessarily for this lifetime. So, it can be a little bit complicated, but at least now you know what they are. How do you know if they are around or if they are about to appear in your life? The thing with both of these connections is you'll start making changes in your life, like out of nowhere, like preparing for something, but you don't know quite so much what it is. You'll begin to see love, like really healthy love. This is the universe's way of letting you know that this love is finding you. Twin flames specifically, one way that you can tell that your twin flame is in this lifetime is you will have this feeling that something is missing. I know for a fact my twin flame is in this lifetime with me, because as long as I could remember, I always felt like I was a twin, like there is an other half of me that's there that wants me. And it got so, and I think that this is part of the reason why I have attracted so many twins in my life. Like, I know a lot of twins. I mostly identical. Not maybe two fraternal sets, but all identical. That's probably why I have attracted so many twins into my life. But it got to a point where literally so I'm an 80s baby, and I always used to see these specials about twins being separated at birth. And it got so much so to the point where I'm an adult. This is how I knew that my twin flame was coming into my life. I had been having this dream about a twin, like being born into this lifetime with a twin. I had this dream every night for like a month and a half straight. And I finally called my mom. I said, Mom, I have a really honest question. And no matter how uncomfortable this question is, I need you to tell me the truth, because me and my mom, we have a pretty good relationship. And one thing that we do not do to each other is lie. And I was like, Mom, was I born with a twin and my twin died, or my twin got stolen from the hospital or something, but am I a twin? And she was like, no, nothing like that. No. I'm like, Mom, swear to God, put your hand on, get a Bible and put your hand on it right now. It was driving me insane. So that's definitely one way of knowing that your twin flame specifically is about to come into your life. But for both, like I said, you'll begin to make these changes. You'll want to start taking better care of yourself. Like, for some reason, I want to be as good as possible. Like, you'll begin grooming yourself, not necessarily like your hair and stuff, but you'll begin grooming your lifestyle to prepare for this person, like cleaning house before company comes over. You'll start cleaning your life in preparation for this person, both of them. When you connect with the soulmate or the twin flame, it's really no way to put into words what you would feel. Like, you would just really, really, really know. And I am one of those people I'm a hopeless romantic. And I had a friend one time, like every couple of weeks, it's like, oh, this is the one, this is my soulmate. No, it's not going to feel like that. You'll feel it in your absolute core. And you'll start noticing things around you as well. Like, it's almost like doors will start opening up for you. It's really, really difficult to explain, but both of them are going to bring a sense of wholeness. But the twin flame connection, it's more of a higher feeling of wholeness. It's almost like when you touch each other, like you can feel the energy between the two of you before you even, make contact. So that is just the beginning of that. But that's definitely the best way for me to explain the difference between the soulmate and the twin flame. The soulmate connection is when you're speaking of them in a romantic sense. The soulmate connection is a little easier, and the reward is, wholeness, and you have somebody to walk with you on the rest of this journey of life, and you might end up carrying over that energy into another lifetime, and you'll be best friends. Because the thing about the soulmate relationship is, since that is a separate soul from yours and not the other half of your soul, that person is the other half of somebody else's soul. So that person that is your soulmate is somebody else's twin flame. So this is why when you really, really feel deep down in your core that this is the other half of your soul, it is very, very, very important to do that work and evolve together and accept, you know, the work that this person pushes you to do, because the twin flame is essential for your ascension and for your enlightenment and for you all to return back to the wholeness. If you are in the same lifetime as your twin flame, consider yourself very lucky, because the twin flame does not really show up until one of your last lifetimes. Okay, it's just like you got a little bit of fine tuning before you reach that, 12th dimensional level of existence, and you don't have to come back down here anymore, so my twin flame, get it together, because I don't want to come down here anymore. Wherever my twin flame is, look, I don't want to come down here anymore. I'm tired. I'm ready to just go live 12D from now on. So, like I said, that person, that connection is essential for your ascension and your enlightenment and your nirvana, for you to reach that nirvana. So, if you have any more questions about it, I am definitely more than happy to answer them. So that is my tea for today. And hopefully you have a little bit of a better understanding of what it is. Just because a relationship is difficult and you're in a toxic relationship, that does not necessarily mean that that is your twin flame. And like I said it before, and I will say it again, twin flame or not, if you're in an unhealthy relationship, you gotta go, get out of it, because the time that you're spending trying to fix something that does not want to be fixed is, you holding up yourself from finding your blessing of your soulmate. Maybe your twin flame is not here, but your soulmate is waiting, and the cosmos are just waiting for you to clear that baggage. So, clear this little cheap baggage so that you can get the good one, come in. So, don't block your blessings with a toxic relationship, even if you really, really feel that that is your twin flame, because like I said, that twin flame relationship romantically, it does not always work out romantically, and it's not necessarily a bad thing, because you can still keep that twin flame connection as friends. I know a set of twin flames, they were in a relationship, and unfortunately it didn't work. They are still very, very, very close friends, and their dynamic and the way they're actually able to better serve and help and teach and evolve each other as friends. It's easier for them to do that now as friends than it was when they were lovers. Sometimes the twin flame works better as your best friend, your kindred spirit, what have you. Because that twin flame, that person stays in your life in some capacity, and hopefully not in a toxic way. And like I said, if it is in a toxic way, separate yourself from that person completely, because whether they are your twin flame or whether they are not your twin flame, they don't deserve, they don't have the right to bring you down and block your blessings from somebody that is, ready and fully equipped to value you and give you what you want right now. God does not send us here to struggle. We get sent here to learn lessons, but we definitely don't get sent here to stay in struggle. And one thing that I find a lot of, especially with my readings, people are having a lot of struggles in the area of love. whether it's your twin flame or your soulmate or not, nobody deserves to treat you in a way that you do not want to be treated, and you are worth the happiness that you want, and that you desire and that you deserve, no matter who it is. And sometimes it is better to, be alone and happy. Being alone does not always equate to loneliness. Love yourself, care for yourself, exercise your self-love and self-care, because when you love you, anybody that comes into your life, they are going to have to come correct, and they are going to have to love you as much as you love you, because I love me, and I'm not getting ready to let you come and love me less than I love me. You have to love me like I love me, or better than I love me, and that's the attitude that we should have. So I definitely think that this was important, because like I said, a lot of what I'm seeing is relationship issues, and we are in a retrograde. So a retrograde in and of itself is its own set of drama, and it is in Libra. So Libra is relationships. So again, like I said, I hope that you found this video helpful. If you did, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any more of these etheric jewels, because like I said, I don't know when I'm gonna get them. The Great Mother just gives them to me. Like I said, I was working on a sewing project, just finished this, was about to make a reading cloth, and then Mama was like, hey, got that last ingredient for that tea. Like, oh, Mama gave me some tea, and then I shared it with you. So definitely subscribe to the channel so you do not miss any more of these sprinkles. And until next time, you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. If you have time, the link to the website is in the link below. We have products. I also offer readings, and a lot of other goodies for the mind, body, and spirit. So feel free to explore. And until next time, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Be good to yourself, be good to everybody else, and ethereal smooches to you.